Hello, hello, hello. I am ManlyPebbles, and welcome to the world of ManlyPebbles. As you can see, we have updated to the Minecraft 1.17 version, the Caves and Cliffs update. Now, I haven't loaded our world yet, but what I have done is to import it into MCA Selector, which is a program that we can use to delete parts of the world. So we deleted all of the chunks outside of our base to make exploring the new update easier. So every area outside of our base and outside of our squid farm will be brand new and ready for us to investigate. Now the first thing that I noticed when we logged in is the different ore. So I haven't followed all of the changes that's going to be in 1.17, but I know ores are one of them. So most of the ores, I think, has been changed to something different, and this really looks quite different. I think it will take some time to get used to this. I kinda like it. It's just I'm not used to it yet. And the second thing I realized is that our resource pack is not on. Our connected glass texture is not there. So I don't think it's going to be a problem at first. I might change it later to add the resource pack again. I see there's actually a few pieces missing there that we didn't see with the resource pack. But yeah, I'll check later if the resource pack works with this. Otherwise, I'll get something else. You can also see the redstone is quite different. I actually quite like it. It's quite clean. And if we go out here, actually there's a lot of different ores here. So we can check it out. Our coal ore. Then we have the lapis. It looks almost like it's flowing through the stone. We have our new iron ore. I think it might just be the diamond ore that has not changed, but I think all of the other ores have changed for this update. But anyway, for this episode I actually want to go mining for new blocks, or I want to go caving for new blocks. I want to check out what's out there, how we can use it, and I think I'm gonna start with our firebase area. These grey walls need to go. I have no problem with grey, but they can't remain just stone with blotches in between. So I think what we're going to do is first I want to check out if there are any weird borders where our chunks have been reset, and then we can go look for all of the new blocks to find. So there's definitely some lag going on and some slow loading of the chunks, but I guess that's just my machine not being able to render it in fast enough. I also used to run sodium, which makes loading the chunks a lot quicker and makes playing the game a lot easier, a lot less lag going on. So where I trimmed the chunk should be around here somewhere. I think it's over here. Oh, and a lot of lag, a lot of lag. Okay, so I really need to see if I can do something about the lag. Hopefully sodium or something similar will be published very quickly, so we can get the game running smoother. But anyway, so it seems like there are some borders, although that's mostly on the trees. I don't see any clear lines on the ground or anything like that. Yeah, only the trees. You can see some of the places, if you can see with all this lag. But other than that, I think everything looks fine. I'm just really struggling with the lag. The lag is really killing me, and it might kill me in game as well if I go on like this. So I think let's go find some caves and see what we can find. I found something really weird. Can you hear me walking on the grass? There's no sound for me walking on the grass. I can go in the desert and you can hear me walk on the sand, but not on the grass. This is really weird. But anyway, the reason I'm here in the desert is I wanted to go caving. So I went to our squid ink farm over there, and I saw we have somewhere around here there's a cave entrance, and we can actually just enter there and see how far down it goes if we find something interesting. No, not that one. There we go. This is the one I found. I actually want to see if we can go down as low as possible because I really want some deep slate. Oh, this tunnel leads back out. I actually forgot, for gold, copper and iron ore, if we now mine them without silk touch, we actually get new items called raw iron in this case. And then we can smelt them to get the ingots, or we can craft them into new raw ore blocks. So I exited the cave and to find another one. Let's try this one, it looks a bit deeper. It looks a lot deeper, I like it. So I haven't found anything new here yet, but at least we can now start going down. And we are in an abandoned mineshaft. And we have found another new addition, some glow lichen. Now I can't remember if we... Nope. And if we use silk touch. Okay, so we don't get the drops. I need to figure out how to obtain those. There we go, we need shears to get our glow lichen. Okie dokie, now we know. And we have a minecart chest. Let's see if we can get some glowberries in here. Oh, okay, not in this one. So I'll just leave it over there. And we have some of the new dripstone up there. I really want to get some of that. But first, let me take care of this creeper over there. Awesome, we also see some deep slate down there and more dripstone. I actually want some of that, what do you call it, the stalactites. And I really want to get some of the deep slate as well. I'm not sure if this ravine is the best place to get it because creepers are going to fall on me, but we can follow it and see where it leads to. And now we can get some of these. And we also have some here at the bottom. Now we have some pointed dripstone, that's what it's called. So I think I'm going to get some of this normal dripstone as well. I don't think I'm going to use it a lot, I just don't see it really working well with many of the other blocks. But we still should get some to experiment with them. Awesome, now we can get some deep slate as well. I really want a lot of this deep slate. It should work great with many of our future builds. I'm not sure how much deep slate will generate in this 1.17 update, but I think I'm gonna build a lot with this. And we have our first glow squid over there. I just first need to take out these mobs. Get away, creeper. No, our glow squid died. Did it drop anything? I think if it did, it's probably in the lava, right? No, it's actually not. So we can throw this out. There we go. We have our first glow ink sac. Awesome. And I didn't even come down here specifically looking for glow squids. Now this looks promising. What we have here is polished basalt. And if I'm not mistaken, we can only get that around an amethyst geode. So let's see if we can go around and find a path into the geode. So if we go around here, you have to be kidding me, right? Just next to the geode we have a spawner. And from that rattling sound it seems like it's a skeleton spawner. So there's a spawner, and just around the corner we have a geode. Now that's lucky. I promise you I didn't come looking for a spawner. I did come looking for a geode, but I didn't expect to find it this easily. So let's explore the geode first, and I think we can just break through into it. And I really want to collect the blocks surrounding it as well. Ooh. Oh, that's a cool sound. We just need to be careful not to break the budding amethyst blocks though. And there we have our geode. Now how do we get in? This is such a coincidence. Anyway, I'm quite sure that this is a skeleton spawner. Yes, most definitely. So let's quickly light it up. What do we have in this chest? Mostly junk. There's a name tag, but we can already trade that with our librarians. I can actually for now put some of my junk items in the chest. Awesome. This is actually so weird. Because I'm looking for all the new stuff, I am actually not that impressed with the skeleton spawner. And we don't have a skeleton spawner yet, so I am actually quite excited to find it. Awesome. So now we can get our spawner going and we can do something with the geode over here. We might do some automation. I know mining the amethyst clusters give more shards than the pistons will do, but if we can set up an auto mining contraption, then we can collect the shards passively, especially while we're in the area. And the geode's opening doesn't lead to anywhere else. So if we didn't see the smooth basalt at the top, we wouldn't even have realized that there was a geode in here. I am so happy, yippee! And these sounds are so amazing. So I've decided, I think for the rest of this episode we are going to work on an amethyst farm. So what we want is, at the moment I have a fortune pick, is we want to get these shards. So if we put these shards in a grid, we can make new blocks of amethyst, or we can put them with glass and then we can get tinted glass, which doesn't let light through. So unfortunately, to get an automatic farm, I think I'm going to take out all of the blocks surrounding it. So it won't look as pretty as it looks now, but that's the only way we can do it. If we want to later on make a geode pretty or look at it, we can just go out and find another one again. So I've taken out the whole geode, and these are all the budding amethysts that remain. So I'll probably take down some of them as well, but we'll see how many we can use. I'm going to try to use as many as possible without making it too difficult to work with. So I have worked out a contraption that will help us farm these amethyst shards. It's not a very pretty contraption, but it does work, and it also prevents the clock from getting stuck if something goes wrong. So how we're going to do it is, if that is the crystal over there, we'll have an observer going in with a dropper, and a hopper. So we'll have sort of a dropper hopper counter. It's not really a clock, I guess it's more of a counter. Then we can actually take out this block. And then from, maybe I'm moving around too much, but I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. From here we'll have a comparator going out. In this one we'll have 4 counters because they have 4 growth stages. And from this one we can remove that torch. We can go this way. I'll have to break into the wall a bit. So 1, 2, 3. And we'll have repeaters going this way. I'm going to set all of them to 4 ticks except for one of them. That one is going for 2 ticks. I'll explain now why I'm doing that. Here we have just a redstone block to prevent the dropper from sending the items back in. So when the observer gets triggered, the dropper will send an item to the hopper, and then because of the redstone block, the hopper won't be able to send it back into the dropper. Now on this side, we are going to have a piston to break our amethyst shard. So I think how I'm going to do this is actually from, let's take that out, we might need that one again. So how this is going to work, I can take out that one. So how this is going to work, we have a redstone torch over there. Because the comparator picks up that there are items in the dropper, the redstone torch will be off. And then we can place a block on top and a block on this side with some redstone dust on. Okay, let me just remove that crystal. There you go. With some redstone dust. And then we can add our piston over there. So how this is going to work, we have like a counter that we start with the dropper. When there's no growth, the hopper will be on 4 counts. If something happens there, let's say it's stage 1, then 1 will be sent over to the hopper, which can't send it back. Again, if something happens there, there will be 2, and then when it gets to 4, it will trigger, it will break the amethyst cluster, and the redstone block will be pulled out of the way long enough for all the counter items to flow back into the dropper. Just to show you again, there's 1, 2, 3, still nothing happening, 4. That piston is going off, that one is retracting, and we have 0 items in the hopper. 1, 2, 3, and there everything flows back. So now the only problem is to actually puzzle it out to where we can put this contraption around each of these blocks. That's why I'm saying some of the blocks I might remove. For instance, I might remove some of these just on top of this one, for instance that one maybe. So I think for now I'm just going to puzzle it out, see where I can place all of these contraptions around, and then we'll link that up with hoppers to let the items flow down into a center area where we can place some chests. So what do you think? Do you like it? I like it. It's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a... Oh, you don't like it? Okay, anyways, I like it. Okay, so it's a bit of a mess or a bit of a monstrosity. But we are making some progress. Most of the bottom layer we have put in. So, for instance, with this crystal we have 1, 2 sides that we can use. That one also 2. I think that one we have 3 sides. And there's one of the amethyst blocks up here that we could actually put all 4 sides on. Then I also added the hoppers over here with a hopper line going down to this chest. And hopefully it doesn't lag too much, but I guess it won't because the growth of the amethyst buds is so slow that there's not a constant flow of items going through the hoppers. So let me just take out a few of those items. So we have 4 so long. I think I took out 1 stack of them just to use as counters for our counters over here. So I'm using the amethyst shards as counters in the contraptions as well. But yeah, so it's looking quite a mess, but there is some method to the madness. I don't think I'm gonna place too much contraptions more. I think I'm just gonna do maybe 2 or 3 extras, and then we can see how many we get after a while. So I've added a few more segments, and I even have another cluster of 4 over here. I even had to remove our shulker boxes and crafting table and stuff over there. But I think that's going to be enough for now. I am going to use a lot of tinted glass, but I don't think it's going to be that often. So I'm just going to check if this will be enough. Otherwise, there's still plenty to go above. If we really need more, we can just come in with our fortune pick and break some of these for more shards. So with our chest here at the bottom, I think I'm probably going to add another chest or 2 down here. So we do have quite a few shards over here already. Now I think about half, maybe 2/3 of that was actually me mining off the amethyst clusters from the blocks to set up the contraptions. But a decent amount was still from the farm itself. Now I have no idea what the rates of the farm is yet, so I think I might run it overnight to see how many we get. But I'll tell you guys that next episode. For the skeleton farm, I haven't done anything yet. I am thinking about, we have a nether portal over here. I can just mine that way to get to our skeleton farm, and then we can set that up next week. Oh, and if you are wondering about the glass, that is just to keep the shards when it breaks off from flying all over the place and make sure that it falls into the hopper below. But that will be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And I'll see you next time. ManlyPebbles logging off.